Hey, remember last week when I was like, I think I'm going to die?
Yeah.
I died.
You did die.
Yeah, kill confirmed.
Yeah.
Kill fucking confirmed. I got to more like Aston, Texas, if I could be so bold.
Sure.
I got to Aston, Texas, and immediately got the flu, flu A. Although
The
for
worst
a while,
one to get.
yeah, oh yeah. And I say that as somebody with no other experience of any other type of flu. I thought that we didn't know what it was. It could have been cedar fever. It could have been an allergic reaction to dogs. It could have been.
Respectfully, I thought you had RSV.
Yeah, you're not the only person who said that. I think my partner also said that.
We were in accord with that because I've had RSV and it presented itself the same way that you were presenting, but without the vomiting. The vomiting is what threw me off. So
well, okay, I think the vomiting was that I was, and I hate to be gross, guys. You guys know me.
This
Armando
is a gross
Torres
one.
hates to be gross, but I think that the snot pouring down my throat was actually making my tummy upset, and that's what was making me vomit.
That happens.
Yeah, and it was pretty gross and pretty upsetting and pretty disgusting. And
You sat on the floor of an ER, which is not recommended. That's
which was
how COVID
also
started.
gross and disgusting. Yeah. Well, I fell and hit the floor in the emergency room.
Yeah.
And they didn't care at all, by the way.
No.
They didn't.
And
And now
also,
you have
I didn't think
MRSA.
of it. I know, yeah. Now I'm feeling worse, if I may, if I could be so bold. No, straight up, I didn't. The ER doctors did not help me at all when we got there. Oh, by the way, so Griff had to take me to the emergency room because 3 days into being sick, I was dying. And when I say dying, I mean like actually dying.
And I tried to get you to go to the ER 2 days before that, and you said no.
No, and I said no, and that if you tried to touch me, I would rip your mask off and cough in your face. And I did mean it.
But you should have gone because you also had a fever of 104, you dumb bitch.
Yeah. On the day that I went, I had a fever of 104. On the day that Griff tried to get me to go, I had a fever of 108.
I not to doubt you. 108 means you're like dead. That's like That's like brain cooked. Like that.
His brain was cooked. He could.
That
not
was in a
text me
coma.
properly. He could not text me words properly.
I was not able to operate. I couldn't talk. And then also I kept doing this thing where I would just kind of like be awake for a second and then just kind of pass out.
Yes.
And then I just did that for like the whole day.
And I gave you ephedrine.
And then that woke me up and it did stop the fever for a while. When I told this to the doctor, they said, and I quote, "I haven't seen an adult with a fever this high in a really long time. And if you even care about yourself, you need to start taking better care of yourself." They said that to me. A doctor said that to me. After having the gall to charge me $720 to save my life.
I thought it was going to be a lot more.
I really did think it was going to be a lot more.
I was going to be like $3,000.
I was prepared to pay so much money to live. I'd like to present you a list of things that I remember telling Griff when I was in the ER, by the way. First and foremost, I remember saying Luigi was right. And that was as I was to Apple paying for my healthcare. I asked, first of all, as they were putting me in a wheelchair, I said, "These are bad doctors." I remember saying that.
Say that.
Great. Yeah, that's
I
what
do remember saying that. They were bad doctors. They were exceptionally terrible doctors. And then at one point, I remember demanding they bring me Dr. House. I don't think that worked.
No.
They didn't.
Work, but you did demand it several times.
I mean, they probably could have just brought you a really racist doctor who would have.
They did. They brought me a racist doctor who was really shitty to me and rude. And then also I realized like midway into the trip that like I thought I was gonna get deported because they asked for my ID and all I had was a picture on my phone, and they were like, what about insurance? And I was like, I have covered California right now. It's a complicated situation.
Yeah, they were like, but you came in from Portland, and I was like, he's like doing a comedy show. It doesn't matter. He's from California. He flew here from Portland. We don't have to get into it.
Yeah, I genuinely thought that I was going to get the old Texas special, which is to say the old Mexican plane ticket.
Honestly, that's a good deal because you could just like go to Mexico for free and come back.
That is true. And I have my passport on me, so they'll presumably let me back in, right? Why would the American government stop a man named Armando Torres, who is
Please, put your middle name in there.
Armando Julian Torres. Why would they stop that man who has publicly criticized our government?
Yeah, I mean, I want to throw this back at you. Why would you want to come back? I'll just kind of
I mean, as an illegal immigrant who was born in the Fiji Islands, I fear every single day that the government will find out about my illegal status and send me back to Fiji, where I was natively born. Either there or the Maldives. I could have been born in the Maldives. Foreign military brat, or possibly even somewhere more tropical. I am 10% Irish, so could have been Ireland. Hey, send me back. Whatever's in budget, send me there.
I really need to get back to my roots in Turks and Caicos. I really just have to.
Yeah,
I need to touch my home soil in Turks and Caicos. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that I overstayed my visa by 31 years. I won't do it again.
See, here's the problem, and this is going to maybe not make it into the episode. I'll just say that right off the bat. Is that like all these places you guys are mentioning? They kick ass. They kick ass, and they're awesome to be at. Mexico, on the other hand.
That's pretty cool.
Parts of Mexico are pretty fucking sick and awesome, but the parts where my family lives, you haven't been to where my family lives. My great grandmother, who used to come to America every so often, would be like, I hate this place. I hate this. This is all in Spanish, by the way.
Yeah.
She'd be like, I hate this place. I hate this country. I hate this awful place. It's nothing like home. And then one year, my grandma made me go to quote unquote home. That bitch lives in a rock. She lives in a literal rock, a fucking cinder block that is just turned into a home.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool. At least you can afford a home.
She couldn't. That's why she made it out of a rock.
Hey, at least she's allowed to.
Yeah, I guess. If there's no roads, there's no internet, there's no TV. And again, this is not a dig on Mexico as much as it is a dig on my grandmother who had a shit ass house.
I mean, you're just describing East LA right now.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to live there either. So, I would much rather be deported somewhere cool or that I could speak the language. Fucking send me back to Paris, dude. Although straight up, they don't want me either.
Again, it's so upsetting and infuriating when I see these conservatives telling people who are complaining about the status of the country and how it sucks so bad to like, if you don't like, leave. Don't you think I would if I could?
Yeah.
Don't you think that if it were that simple, I would get the fuck out? Don't you think that if this government didn't make life so hard to live that it becomes impossible to escape, I wouldn't have been on the first, boat, not plane at this point out of here?
Yeah, you don't think I would be sunning myself in the 3 hours of sunlight of the Emerald Isles? Where they actually subsidize artists and people work like 4-day work weeks and they're pro-Palestine. You don't think I would be there?
You think if you think I want to be here, we can't even have a conversation.
Honestly, the worst part about like here's the thing. They're always like, go back to Mexico, and it's like, I wish I could smash cut to me in Cancun, dude, but that's not how it works. I have to go live somewhere like Mexico City. And you know why I can't do that? Because at the same time as go back to Mexico, you told me to speak English, and now I can't fucking understand. You stopped me from going back to Mexico.
It's the word, and like all of these outright racists just being like, deport anyone who has a different opinion from our like fair leader is so just like, okay, deport me to where Atlanta, send me back to where Mississippi. Like, what do you want? Like, you did this, it's your fault. I didn't want to. I should have a pet hyena, not the weird fucking dog I have now. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason for my ass to be fucking stateside. Like, I should be, according to my 23andMe, I should be anywhere. 86% of me should be in East Africa.
Yeah, dude. You're totally right. Go back to Mexico. I live in Los Angeles. What are you talking about?
That, first of all, that was Mexico. Second of all,
if anything, you get out of California.
Yeah. I fucking hate it here. Elon Musk still hasn't died. He did a coup this weekend. That's fucked up.
Yeah, he's got all our social security numbers and everything like that, which means it's funny because like, if he has all our sensitive information, that means like anyone has our sensitive.
They just put it on hard drives. It's just on a Seagate. Like
my friend Kath from What a Time to Be Alive podcast tweeted something that was very interesting. It's like, this is what the CIA trains their entire lives to do.
Yeah.
Every one of those motherfuckers is waiting for a guy. Every movie about the CIA is about a guy with a hard drive with sensitive information on it. Yeah. And they take his ass out. Yeah. What is the CIA even doing right now?
Yeah,
I was so right, brother.
I literally was sitting, I couldn't, I can't sleep anymore because of the state of things. And I was just like laying on my back looking at the ceiling. And I was like, this is like the worst time for the FBI and CIA to stop doing what they've done for decades. For decades. It was their favorite thing to do. Now all of a sudden, they're fucking stormtroopers. Like, what's going on? And not that they're working for the fascist regime and that they can't aim anymore.
This is the first time in history that we've had an actual real life MacGuffin, like in real life. Like, an actual. This is insane. Are you kidding me?
Did you see the fucking dork ass losers working for him?
No.
Did you see the fucking sexless virgin nerds that are doing all of this? Can I say so? Here's the thing. If those little
twerps.
If those little wrist cells walked into my office and asked me, if you don't know what a wrist cell is, they do. If those little wrist cells, beta cucks, walked into my office and demanded access to sensitive information, I would simply give them a wedgie, give them a swirly, and then throw them out of the 34th floor window, because what are you talking about? They're all between the ages of 19 and 24, and none of them have ever known the touch of a woman.
I can't find any of them. All I can find are fucking robots.
Hey, here's the thing. I wrote an article about it. Go to lukebeasleyshow.com and then click on news, and the title of it is meet the nerds doing Elon Musk's coup or something. It's the most recent article.
Seriously, these fucking ultra virgins. I mean, you can make a.
I got stopped from visiting your site.
That's hilarious.
That's funny.
These ultra virgins, you can literally touch your index finger to your thumb, make a circle, and run that completely up the entire length of their arms. These fucking pipsqueaks. I mean, the lockers cry for these people. Send these guys to the lockers.
Just send them to any high school in America.
Yeah, and get these dweebs pantsed, wedgied, shoved in a locker. Bring back bullying. That's what.
Oh my god. No.
Yeah.
No.
Also, my 21-year-old boss. When I sent him the initial write-up of the letter, oh my god, I have to find it. Can I tell you the corrections he told me to make?
Yeah.
Because I write them how I like them, and then I send them, and he makes them politically correct or whatever. He said, love the substance of it. I love how these are written with opinion, wit, and humor, but certain areas I'd like to pull back a little. Originally, the title was Meet the Dork-Ass Losers Helping Elon Musk Do the Dumbest Coup in History. So he said, take out Dork-Ass Losers. I also called them Hitler Youth. I said, I described Peter Thiel as worst homosexual ever. And I said, he hates being gay and now we all have to deal with it. Those are the edits I had to make.
This is so fun. None of these people should be in charge of a government. They should be like, I don't know, pleasuring Plato or something. But not
yeah,
this.
No, these are the twinks that Socrates was fucking.
Yeah, these are some real Greek pleasure boys. We have.
Yeah. I also this one fucker, which one is he? Luke Ferritor. He's going to get transvestigated so soon by the right. They're going to turn on him immediately. He is just a little. If you see, I used the nicer picture of him because there's one I could have used that literally, if you posted it unprompted to Truth Social, you would have people talking, like people DMing you, telling you that you'll never be a woman. Like that is like,
yikes,
dude. They're all the old. One of them just got out of high school. The one in the shorts and the sports coat.
Yeah, I'm not.
I hate these fucking losers, bro.
Shorts and a sports coat.
He's wearing.
Yes.
He's wearing shorts and a sports coat and a lilac button down that he looks like he stole from his dad's closet.
Two-hand shove
directly into the nearest locker. Thank you.
I hate so much that this show has become political. And I mean, I mean the fact that I have to fucking listen to this shit, it fills me with rage. I hate it so much. I don't want to.
How do you think I feel?
I know, and I'm not saying stop doing it. I mean, I guess I am saying stop doing it, but more in the way of like, Cox gun, we gotta stop this. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I'm not. Yeah. Yeah. Like, we'll solve this, dude. When I was sick, we've already talked about it. I was not present. My brain was shut off. I was like gone, done, like knocked out for a while. When I came back into life, Griff was like, oh man, did you hear the news? And I was like, what are you talking about? And I learned that in the like 3 days that I had basically just been sleeping, there was like plane crashes and we have concentration camps now. And it was like, dude, well, it's been fucking 3 days. Are you kidding me?
And I literally said, hey, Armando, I don't want you to get overwhelmed with this by opening up your phone. I eased you into it. I said, I just want you to know that some things have happened since you've been in your 3-day coma.
Yeah, and also, it was really fucked up because I had to. Okay, look, here's the thing. I'm not making a joke. I'm being real genuine. I was like, what do you mean there was a plane crash? And Griff was like, yeah, there was a plane flying overhead the DC area and it hit a helicopter and it crashed and a bunch of people died and it's really upsetting. And I was like, no, I get that. Is this like a 9/11? Like, what is the vibe?
Right.
Check?
What's the nature? What's the vibe? Yeah.
Like, yeah, like it's a horrible crash.
Yeah, I was like, worse, it's an accident and they're blaming it on racism. And I was like,
but again, that's like, you could say the same thing about 9/11. Like, look, 9/11 happened and I haven't been able to get on a plane comfortably since. All right.
Listen, Mando, the way that your biracialness is set up and the way that your beard grows, it looks very inshallah. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you.
Habibi, inshallah, I will get on this Delta flight comfortably one day. Trust me. All it's gonna take is one of these. I found a knife on Kayla's desk.
That's my mail opening knife.
This is
MALE. MALE.
It's for packages, mail packages. Again.
Hey, you want to help some people out?
Yeah. Oh, that would be nice.
Welcome, everybody, to the only show guaranteed to ruin your relationship. It's Boyfriend Material.
Yeah.
Woo.
I am your host, the very still recovering Armando Torres. And joining me as always, we have...
the back in Los Angeles, Andrew Rosas.
Mm-hmm. And of course...
and the currently typing up an invoice to Armando for a new mic cover and sheets.
This is my mic. I swapped our mics out because I didn't want to... Yeah, so I'm staying in Griff's house because I currently... am in Austin, Texas again. Couldn't keep me away, baby.
Yeah, they tried to send him back to where he came from, but he just came back on a plane like how he always does.
Yeah. After spending a couple days being denied by the Colombian government, they tried to send me to Cuba after that and said, clearly this is Fidel. Welcome back.
Yeah.
They didn't let me in there either. So now I'm here. Now I'm back in Austin. I'm working on a project. I've been staying at Griff's house, which has been super cool. I'm recording on Griff's setup and realizing that it's so much more than the one that I'm used to.
See, I think that yours is a lot. You've got like a whole like little mixer guy with like a bunch of inputs. Like it's one of those like waiting room, please hold as like switchboards.
It's an audio interface, and then you put a cable into it, and then you put that cable into the cloud lifter.
Too much.
It's the same you have. Yours is worse, and yours is fucking. Look at this.
Well, you're gone. You went away. You went away.
Whatever you did, you went away.
And now we can't hear you.
Now we can't, dumb bitch. He did whatever I did that one time when we lost audio.
Probably.
All right, are you guys ready to help some people out?
Let's do it.
How do I stop myself from being a backseat driver? My girlfriend says I make too many remarks while she drives, and it makes her nervous, which makes her drive not as well. So I say things like, slow down when I see that we're about to hit a slow spot on the highway. Or sometimes I make nervous noises when she stops a little too close to a car at a red light. My girlfriend isn't a bad driver, but I guess she doesn't drive like how I drive. And I'm not saying I'm the perfect driver. So how can I stop being such a backseat driver?
I can't stop going, oh shit, every time she does anything in the car.
So you came to the right place. Andrew drove me around for about a week when we were in Oregon, and saw how much I physically tensed up anytime he did anything in the car.
Yeah.
And also, I'm willing to say it, buddy. I think you might suck ass at driving.
No, I'm a very good driver. I'm a very good driver.
We missed our exit on no more than 5 occasions, and also there were different
one time we missed our
more
exit.
That definitely
brother.
More. I watched it happen, and here's the funniest part. One time I watched it happen, and I went, "I'm not going to say anything. He doesn't need this."
That's very funny.
And to be fair to you, Oregon, I think, is confusing to drive around. I think in Los Angeles you're a very good driver.
Oh yeah, like places that it's really funny because like places that I'm familiar with, I'm a very good driver. We were doing the Google Maps without the sound off, and I just never look at the map. I always just listen to whatever the thing says.
I see.
And we were going to
insane.
And we were going to play because you and I were talking. We were hanging out in the car, so I'm not going to have this lady like take a left on. So it was an adjustment to like actually having to look at the fucking map. I just listened to the directions mostly.
That's so fun. First of all,
and we were going places that I hadn't been before, so it was like it was an adjustment. Yeah.
First of all, I would like to apologize then because I made him turn it off. I asked him to do that because it was driving me fucking insane.
I get violently angry if the GPS speaks to me or beeps at me. I will drive us all off of a cliff. I hate it.
This was not Andrew's fault at all. Like I get it. There was some issue with his phone or whatever while he was doing it. But the volume of like music was at a 2, and then the phone would come in at a 90.
Yes.
And just be like, turn left.
That's me. I don't know how I can change that. I need to change that because whatever, like I'll turn the volume down from like the music. We're listening to some music, talking in the car, so it's just like a nice like pad, a nice like bed music for having conversation, and then in 500 feet, turn left onto Sawyer. I was like, God damn, like that would jump right back up to like 20 on the fucking on the stereo. So yeah, I don't know how to like get that voice to be down there like at a normal like fucking range. But yeah, completely. And like I hate having the directions on when I have other people in the car, but when I'm by myself, I absolutely have the voice directions on.
No. Griff is right. If the robot voice even tries to talk to me, I will, first of all, I'll scream at it. And second of all, I'll close the app and decide to just get there on my own. Do you guys, I showed you that video of 2 Chainz talking to the Tesla robot?
Yeah, it's very good.
You did send that to us.
Basically, I'm gonna shoot you in the head and fuck you until you're dead. And then I'm gonna get Elon to send me another one of you, but I'm gonna have them put your old brain in the new body so you remember me and the terrible things that I've done. And basically, I'm gonna do that until I die. That's how I hate the robots already, and I don't like it with the condescension of the robot to tell me that I missed my exit when it didn't tell me that I was supposed to take the fucking exit in the first place.
Well, I just have to say that I listen to women, and so I'm just I just sit my ass down and listen. Yeah, that's just kind of what I'm about. That's how I comport myself.
I know that it's a problem because I changed the voice to a man and I still didn't listen to it. So it has nothing to do with gender and a lot more to do with robots. I don't listen to robots.
See, I like the setting that has the woman give you the instruction and then the male voice comes on and gives you the same instruction and then you auto go, that's a really good idea. A second male voice comes on and says, that's a good idea, let's do that.
That's very funny.
Oh, Andrew, that's why your directions are so loud. You had it set to man mode.
Yeah.
Where it just says it's slightly louder than your thoughts. Oh my
that's
God.
Very good.
Whoa, those are boobies.
Nice, dude. Oh, in the background behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am I wouldn't say a backseat driver, but I'm like a passenger seat flincher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm Mr. Grab the little like handle anytime they're going too fast or not doing something that I like. I always try to be subtle about this, but I realize that because of my size, there's no way that it is. Whenever they're going too fast or not slowing down fast enough, I instinctively put my foot down like I'm trying to brake. And again, in my head, it's like, oh, it's a very subtle thing that I'm just doing. But because of my size, you can feel your car moving forward when I do
absolutely.
that.
Yeah.
It's, I think it's your biological clock.
Ah, interesting.
I think that the male biological clock is different from the female biological clock. And yours is kicking in that your body is preparing because your dad was a teen dad. So biologically, your body wants you to also be a teen dad. So at the age that you're at now, you should have a teenage son who you're teaching how to drive. So I think these instincts are kicking in for you to go, hey, whoa there, sport.
Interesting.
Slow down there, champ. Hey, speed racer.
You're saying I yearn for the Ross parking lot.
Yeah, you yearn for the Ross part. You learn for the getting thrown in the front seat. You yearn for the kicking through the bottom of the car, hitting your imaginary passenger brake.
Yeah, the driver's ed passenger brake. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is, do I have any advice for you at this moment? No. But I'm hoping that my cohorts do, because I also have this problem.
I think it's I think it's like an anxiety thing.
Yeah, no shit.
It's like a lack of control thing. So I think there's something deeper that you have to address first.
Oh, it's like, okay, go to therapy is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Like, you don't go to therapy to like fix like being a backseat driver. I think it's just like you have to have like, self-regulating things that you do to prevent you from annoying your girlfriend while you drive. Like what I do is I sit as safely as I can in my seat. Mm-hmm. I don't lean on the door. I don't lean forward. I don't cross my legs. I don't do anything that would compromise me in a 70-mile-per-hour head-on collision. Mm-hmm. And that's like basically all you can do.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is an interesting predicament because the last relationship I was in, they didn't drive, so
Same.
I did all the driving, and that like really kind of like saved my ass. But I like driving. That's the other thing too. Is like I'm a fan. I like going on road trips. I don't mind driving long distances. The other thing, the advice I would give though is, let go and let God, brother. You just gotta like just tamp those feelings down where they can fester into a mental illness later down the road. You're really kicking the can on resentment. Is basically what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know the solution to that because like normally if other people are driving, I don't know that I do. Maybe I do. Maybe I unaware of my own sort of tics do the kind of like armrest grab or like the brake thing or whatever.
No, I'm here to tell you a little bit about yourself, Mr. Andrew Roses. Mm-hmm. You are the world's best Uber style passenger. You do not give a fuck what is happening to you. When you get into the car with me and I'm driving, which by the way, I'm the same thing with my partner where I'm the one who drives. You know, yeah. I drive everywhere. I drive their car. I even go out and park our cars on the corresponding streets for like street sweeping days. Mm-hmm. I don't mind. I love driving and I love doing it. And I have no issues with it at all. Andrew, because of that, has driven with me a lot. And the moment he gets into my car, there is no fear. There is no emotion, no anything, not paying attention, will be on his phone, will like interact, obviously have conversations sometimes and then sing along to songs that he likes, but like truly does get in the car with the thought, like in his brain, I truly believe that it's like, well, I'm either going to get there or I'm dead. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
That's the benefits of age. You just kind of like, well, I have a sort of fatalist attitude about it. I'm like, look, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Can't worry about it too much. Like, let's fucking go.
Yeah, and I'm not even doing a bit, man. You are a very good person to drive with because you do not give a fuck what happens to us in the long run.
Mondo's driving, like rolling a joint, like doing a manual transmission, steering with his elbow, and I'm just like, you know, singing along to fucking Kendrick in the passenger seat. Which, by the way, congrats! Big shout out to the boy for getting Best Song of the Year at the Grammys last night.
Oh,
congratulations! Man. Yeah, it was really cool watching all of the entertainment industry sing a song calling out a guy for being a pedophile, completely ignoring their own past and histories. That was really fun to watch. It was really cool to see that.
Oh yeah, it was really cool to see a room of, I'm gonna guess, conservatively, 25% pedophiles singing a song, shouting out and calling out a pedophile. Yeah,
that was pretty sick. That was pretty sick and awesome to watch. But yeah, getting back to the task at hand.
Yeah,
I think I've got something.
Okay, here you go.
And this is basing it off of me calling Andrew the world's best Uber passenger. What if you set up an Uber rating for your girlfriend?
Here we go.
Wherein every ride is rated on a 5-star rating. And if her rating ever dips below a 4.3, she's not allowed to drive again.
Yeah. She's booted from the system.
Yeah.
Curbed. Yeah.
That's funny.
Until she gets her number up, which means that she's gonna, and you know what? I'm gonna say this: if you start implementing a 5-star Uber rating system for your girlfriend, there's probably gonna be some other passengers in the car too, pretty quickly.
Babe, how'd you get your square up so fast?
Oh, you know, I just I got a couple rides in.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm gonna synthesize a lot of the topics that we've been talking about today in one fell swoop. See, if I had infinite monies, if I had the Mr. Musk, you know what I would do? I would take like stunt driving classes. I would be. That's the kind of shit I would fucking be about. Yeah. I would be doing like trying to like up like really niche skills that I would that require a lot of time and money to sort of nail. Yeah. So I was gonna say, caller, maybe little Christmas present, little birthday present, something like that. Stunt driving classes.
Stunt driving classes
for your significant other, because then that will again, it's a gift it's a gift for them that's sort of a gift for you, which continues their driving education, gives them sort of hyper awareness on the road, and like they probably obviously won't. Unless you're really lucky, probably won't implement any of these, like drifting skills and like precision turns in your driving on the road with them. But it might make them hyper aware and have their head on more of a swivel to do to pay attention on the road and get more, just more driver awareness.
Yeah, but also, how hot and sexy would it be to date someone that knows how to do a pit maneuver?
Exactly.
I mean, exactly. I'm like 60% right now just thinking about it.
Yeah. Dude, if I was driving with my partner and they did that thing where the car like kind of swerves and then goes on two wheels for a while.
I
think I would nut. I think I would nut a ring. I think I would nut a ring and propose.
Yeah, exactly. No, like if I was in a car with a lady who could do like the e-brake pull and do like the precision slide into a parallel parking spot, I'd get down on I'd leap out of the car and get down on one knee.
And then you get down on two.
Yeah.
I straight up, I think the bar is so low for me that like if I had a partner that could parallel park, I think I would not right away. Just not even e-brake.
Well, Mando, if you stop dating queer women.
You can tell how gay somebody is by how many extra points they add to a 3-point turn.
Yeah, I will not go to a place with street parking. Hey, do you want to go to this thing? Yeah, is there parking? Oh, there's street parking. Oh, so this event doesn't exist. Why are you telling me about this fictional gathering?
This is crazy. Sorry, Mando. This is a bed in a hostel of your own making.
This is something that I had never considered before. Well, actually, two things. The first one being that I was not aware that you could, quote unquote, further your driving education as if it was college.
Okay.
Right.
That was not a thing that had ever occurred to me. In fact, in my mind, furthering your driving education almost always means you got a fucking DUI.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And you have to go to like stand-up comedy driving class.
Oh, dude. Did you guys do driving school?
Yeah.
I performed at driving school.
Driver's ed? Dude, I had to do it because my parent. I'm the firstborn, so my parents didn't do anything for me. Everything got outsourced. So I went to driver's ed, and it's this school that like everyone at my school went to. It was like the one that you go to. So like it was, you'd go and you'd see like people that you've seen in your high school but never spoken to, and then like a bunch of adults who've made terrible decisions in their lives. By the time I went, I was one of the adults who made terrible decisions in their lives because I didn't get my what's the thing you get before your license?
Your permit.
I didn't get my permit till I was 18, and I got my license at 21. So I was 18 and I was in driving school, and they would do this thing where they would bring this cop in every other week.
Yeah.
And he would just show us like crime scene photos. Like that was just the whole class. So like 1 week would be like, this is how you parallel park. And then the next week was like, this is a drunk driving. I'm from Atlanta. I don't know why he had a Wisconsin accent. This here's a drunk driving accident. No, literally, he would just show us crime scene photos of like this kid was texting and driving. That's his head up on a chapel. He literally showed us a picture of this kid who drunk drove into a tree and his body ejected and ended up on the roof of a church.
Yeah, no, I'm not supposed to be showing you this, by the way. I'm also in the class.
He showed us a picture of a Jeep that hit a deer at full speed, and then the inside was just coated in viscera.
Oh, fuck.
From the deer. And yeah, so like maybe sign your girlfriend up for New London driving school. So that Officer Duncan can show her the worst thing she's ever seen, and then she'll be the safest, most. Then she'll have the anxiety about driving that will make her better, like how I have anxiety about driving.
No, it's not going to make her better. It's going to make you the driver now.
Yeah, exactly. Which is again one of this. Maybe this is your secret backdoor plan, is just to actually like make yourself the driver from now on. Which again, if you're like me, don't mind doing. No. But this plan has two paths.
There was a kid, there was a person who was my contemporary probably, who killed all their friends in the drunk driving accident and had to come in and talk to us about it.
I wouldn't necessarily refer to them as, quote, your contemporary.
Well, I was going to say a kid, but they were like also like 19 or 20 or whatever. So like it wasn't like it was like it was like an old person, like some, how old am I? It was some like 30-something-year-old coming in. It was like a college sophomore being like, yeah, so we all graduated and we had a party and I was driving and I was super drunk. And we got into like a head-on collision with an 18-wheeler. And these are pictures of my friends. They're all dead now. And it's just like,
what the fuck?
And then next week they would be like, this is how you drive. If it's raining, make sure that you don't go over the speed limit, because the most dangerous time to drive is the first hours within rain, because all of the oil and the concrete gets brought up to the surface. And all I'm thinking about is how that kid killed everyone he loved a week ago.
Is there a more monkey's paw ass wish than like, oh man, what do you wish for? Oh, I want to be famous and like speak in front of huge crowds and have people like hang on my every word. Monkey's paw finger curls. So I killed all my friends in a driving
accident.
It could be even worse. Oh man, I want to be like super rich and super famous and talk in front of large crowds. Monkey's paw curls, and then I'm doing a Roman salute at the fucking Trump inauguration.
And nobody likes you.
And nobody likes
Nobody likes you.
We didn't have that. I didn't have driving school. And okay, wait. Actually, let me be clear. There were driving schools and are driving schools in Los Angeles, but that is not how anyone I knew got their license. In Los Angeles, the way that it works is that you would basically get your permit, which allowed you to drive in the car with somebody over the age of 25, I think it is.
Something, yeah.
And then they were allowed to drive with you for a couple of hours so that you could learn how to drive, so that you could take the driver's test and get your license. That's how it's supposed to work. That's not how it works. In Los Angeles, you would get your permit, and then everyone would basically treat it like you had your license.
Yep.
And then you just kind of drove your mom's car around illegally for a long time.
Yep.
And then eventually you would go and get your driver's test done. And then you were good to go. And then you could basically just like, you would get in that car until you inevitably like crashed while you were drunk one night with all your friends in the car and they all died or whatever. We also didn't have people come in and tell sob stories. What they did at our school, and I'm sure they did this other places too, was they would bring in a car that had crashed because of drunk driving.
They did
in
that
like
too.
A big cage.
Yeah, they did that too.
And I always wondered was that an accident? And then the cops got there and went, oh man, we should put some glass around this right now and just start driving this around like as is. Like, don't change a thing. Like, is that a recreation, or did they really just scoop up the whole car itself, put it into a box, and then start bringing that to other people's schools?
They got a lot of budget in these police departments, so honestly, it could have gone either way.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
They bought a brand new 2004 Toyota Camry.
Just to smash it.
Just to smash it.
To wrap it around a phone pole.
Well, the other thing that I was thinking of from before, which is that if you're rich, right, like super uber duper awesomely stupid rich, there's really two things that you do when it comes to driving. Either you get really into like you Jerry Seinfeld it, right?
You Jay Leno
where you get really into children.
Yeah. You get really into 17-year-olds, yeah.
Yeah. Or you Jay Leno it. You get really into like old ass fucking cars, right? Like old vintage, like no one else gets to have these type cars.
Yeah, and burning your face off, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And they brought Jay Leno in to speak to this comedy club about how.
So I burned my face off. Did you hear about this? I burned my face off when I was driving. Did you hear about this?
No, but I'm smelling about it. You smell like a barbecue.
Kevin is still on the side of the stage with a bass, just like boom, just laughing along.
So yeah, like either you get very into old classic cars and then you're always driving around, but you're also the only one allowed to drive your cars, right? Or you become like Succession level rich, where you're always driven around by a guy.
Yeah. You like your delicate hands never touch a steering wheel.
Yeah,
you're walking around. You're walking around with an iPhone without a case.
So what I'm thinking, oh my God, that just gave me anxiety. I did not like that sentence at all. No.
I got a case.
I have mine in here. You know who you're thinking of is former manager of Funhouse, Omar de Armas. Omar de Armas, he walked around with an iPhone without a case.
That's fucked up.
His thought process being, I've already got Apple Care, and like I get the new iPhone every year whenever it comes out. So like if it breaks, it's fine. I don't really care about it.
That's fucked up.
And that drives me insane. That makes me want to die.
Drive me up a wall.
It's time.
Or wait,
like this. I used to rock without a case for a little bit, but I wanted one that I could like attach to things.
Yeah.
But no, that is a time. It's like, I'll just like, I have Apple Care. I'll like replace it. I get the new one whenever it comes out. I'm on like the Elise or upgrade thing. It's like, yeah, but if I crack my phone screen and it's unusable and it won't read my thumbprints, it's like, okay, well then I got to go to the Apple store. I got to make an appointment.
You're getting micro shards of Gorilla Glass in your fingers every time you try to doom scroll.
Yeah,
also,
exactly.
Dude, like, I cannot have even a single scratch or crack on my iPhone. I know what I look like. I know that you already assume I have a cracked iPhone screen. No? I know you assume I have a cracked Google Pixel phone screen. And I can't further that stereotype.
Decent. Right? As someone who the most thing mad I've ever been is I have a Samsung phone and a Samsung case that I bought in the T-Mobile store, and it is the worst phone case I've ever had. My screen has broken in it twice. All of the outside like silicone is peeling off, and the plastic is chipping. I'm never buying a proprietary case ever again. Never. It's the worst case I've had in my entire life. I've had like $6 Amazon cases with like illegal illegal art printed on them that have lasted longer than this phone. And I refuse to get rid of it because it was so much money. I could have bought 10 Amazon phone cases for the price of this piece. Look at it.
Yeah,
it's falling apart, and my screen's cracked.
No, you just got to keep it. You just got to keep it.
And I'm not replacing the phone. I also refuse to replace the screen because I've already replaced it twice, I think.
I see. This is how much I hate robots. Is the third time my phone screen cracks, that's my phone's fault. All right, that's not my fault. Yeah. And I'm not gonna keep buying you nice things.
No,
if you're just gonna keep breaking them.
Yeah.
So
that's like when I drop something, especially my phone. I'm like, no. And someone goes to pick it up. I'm like, no. Let him think about what he did. let him think about what he did.
Yeah, I think about that shit all the time. I get mad. Sometimes I'll ask my GOOGLE device to play like music and it won't do it. I showed you guys, right, that I kept trying to get it to play a song off the new Kendrick album and it just kept playing Not Like Us, which made me feel like maybe the lawsuit's real. No, I'm kidding. It just wasn't playing correctly, and I always do this thing where I put my hand on the plug and I ask again real slow and menacing.
Like it's a relative on life support.
Yeah, and I do it, like, I'm not joking. I do that all the time, and I don't realize what I'm doing until it's like, I'm putting a fucking gun to their head.
Yeah.
Like, are you gonna play it now? Huh? I said, turn his TV off, which I get now. I get now is kind of like a robot slur, is basically what I'm saying. So I get why maybe my why I didn't want to do that.
Sure is a nice alternating current you got here. Sure would be a shame if something would have happened to it because you weren't playing the song that I wanted.
I guess what I'm trying to say is if you're rich, you can hire a private driver to drive you anywhere. And then you and your partner get to sit in the back seat and basically shit on this guy's driving that you hired to do all the time, always.
And that was a bonding exercise.
And we all know the hallmark of a good relationship is not things you have in common. It's hating the same people. That is like being able to shit talk the same folks is the cornerstone of a good relationship. So yeah, I think that's our advice for you is to get so rich you can hire a driver and then you can both talk shit about them in the back seat.
Yeah. Or I guess keep criticizing girlfriend's shitty driving until she leaves you. I mean, it's really your call, dude.
Whichever.
Do you guys want to do another one? We're at 56 right now.
Why not?
Yeah, let's do it. Well, let's do a speed round.
Aloha from Hawaii. I am a 25-year-old cisgendered heterosexual Filipino man.
Get the fuck out of here.
Whoa.
I'm kidding.
Sort of. Andrew's doing the I'm gonna punch you.
I gotta make a supercut of that.
I know. I'm sorry that it's taking me so long to react to things. Laughing is painful.
Oh, dude, same. My chest has been hurting for like 6 days.
Ugh.
Yeah, it sucks. Like if I move too quickly, I have to wait for 2 minutes. It's just like, ugh.
My advice to you is to go see a doctor. Aloha from Hawaii. I'm a 25-year-old cisgendered heterosexual Filipino man. Sort of like an Asian Armando, but a foot shorter. How? How like whatever.
Yeah.
Weird.
A lot of the women. A lot of the women I have been interested in, they assume that I'm gay. To be fair, I do have a lot of women friends, more than men, which has led me to some of my friends calling me the, quote, gay straight friend. According to a former coworker, I'm not a traditionally masculine man. I am in touch with my feelings. I go to therapy. I'm very open about mental health, and I hope to work in suicide prevention. Fucking gay. I'd rather not stray towards the path of toxic masculinity. Okay, now I feel bad. And have seen a lot of shitty... I mean, dude, I called him gay, and now he's...
Yeah, well, how the turns have tabled.
Yeah.
Oof. I'd rather not stray towards the path of toxic masculinity, and have seen a lot of shitty men treat the women that I care about like absolute trash. Sure. But back on topic, I have been trying to find a partner, low-key a dom one that would choke and step on me. But every time I flirt with them, down the line, when I confess my love, they get very surprised and respond with, "Oh, I thought you were gay." So boyfriends, how do I not come off as gay?
That took a real sharp left turn there at the end that I was not expecting. I did not see that coming. Neither did she. And
because it was under her stripper heel.
Yeah. How do you seem less gay? Well, first of all, another thing that sort of took me kind of off guard there at the end was you're professing love before the people even know you're heterosexual. I don't like.
I mean,
are you thinking just making a move? I say I
making a move. I think they're just being. I think they're being goofy with.
Okay. That makes more sense because I was like, well, you're putting the cart before the whore, and and no, folks. The how to seem less gay. I don't know that you want to seem less gay.
Agreed.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I mean, so first of all, I feel like since Griff and I have met Andrew, we've slowly been trying to make him we've been making him a little gayer every day, a little gayer.
Just a little sprinkle.
Yeah, just a tiny bit. A little fucking look. It started with oat milk in his lattes, and now there's a different type of nut milk in his lattes.
Well, I think I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure Griff said about me, I'm the gayest straight man that's ever lived.
Yes, I have said that about you several times.
Because I like all the things that this caller just said, I also am, but like I fix trucks. I like paint. I like do a lot of like very sort of like quote unquote masculine things. But also
it's like your apartment, walking to your apartment when you lived here was like whiplash, because it'd be like, wow, it smells amazing in here. Oh, this is a PS5 sitting on the floor with Fortnite running on it. Oh my god, look at this painting station and this art station, this music recording station next to his squat rack dead bolted to the ground in-home gym setup.
Inside
the apartment.
Inside the home, right next to a vintage grand piano.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like you're getting hit. It's like getting it from both sides. You're like, this is the straightest game. And you again, then you leave, and it's like, oh, you have to walk past, like he said, the truck that he's been restoring by hand for 5 years or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Andrew and I have different kinds of similar vibes, where he truly is the gayest straight man. And then a friend of the show, Fiona called me the final boss before lesbianism.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
And
I call you the last stop before the Subaru dealership.
Yeah, yeah, and that tracks. I dated a lot of women that turned out to like women.
You're the litmus test.
I mean, yeah, I've got I don't know. I've got like the mind of a dude and the body of Rosie O'Donnell. So like, I get it. I understand the appeal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that, like, well, first of all, I've actually been thinking about this since Andrew was talking about being quote unquote masculine. I am not a very masculine man.
You're not like a toxically masculine man.
I've got like
as I've said before, after polling all of the men in my life, all 6 of you, every single man that I am friends with or would say is like a friend or a close friend is raised by a woman.
Oh yeah.
And being raised by a woman coded is like, I feel like other dudes smell it on you, that you never had like a man who lived in your house and like kind of showed you that you don't have to do things that you absolutely should be doing.
Okay, here, theories. I subscribe to this theory because guess what, folks? I love my dad, great guy, great father, but I had a mom, also raised me, sister, grandma, grandpa passed away before I was alive. Grandma, grandpa on my dad's side of the family spoke Spanish, didn't really like talk. Like most of the influences, and like all my cousins were girls. I'm the only boy on my mom's side of the family.
And I knew that from being friends with you.
Yeah. So I think, there's some, in the great nature nurture debate, I think there's a little bit of a nurture here going on. It's you're surrounded. Let me break you off. Let me peel you off one of these. I don't think you need to move the gay slider down. I think you just need to move the straight slider up a little bit, which is to say, like, I keep your authenticity, your sensitivity, your asking questions, like keep all those things that people naturally respond well to. But then I think you just have to be a little bit more overt in your intentions and up your, I don't know, kind of straight flirting game a little bit more is what I would say. And also be straight up. I cannot emphasize this enough. Like, just be honest very like early on. And here's the thing. If they're like put off by that, then that wasn't the right person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I know what you're saying, Andrew. So while you're on your date, you should be like, hey, did you like go to that like symposium on like Georgia O'Keeffe and like what her sort of paintings represented in like the feminine struggle, and also like, can I hit it from the back?
Yeah, just like sprinkle into conversation like phrases like, ex-girlfriend or like F1 racing. Just to let them know that you are in fact interested in women.
It's like, so I was golfing last weekend. Okay, straight, absolutely straight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I was gonna say that, like, I feel like I'm not a very masculine dude in that, like, I don't like going outside very much at all. And I know how to like fix a car, but like very little pieces, and also don't like doing that. My partner watched me change my battery, and like connecting the last little point was just like, I don't like getting dirty. I don't like any of that shit. I don't like working with my hands. I don't like any of that stuff. I feel like I'm not a very masculine man. And I say this to bring up the fact that, like, I don't think gay and non-masculine are really a one-for-one thing. Because
not at all. Yeah.
I have been emasculated by the gayest dudes.
There
have been dudes that have just made me look like a little sissy bitch.
Yeah. I feel like we've been kind of using the term masculine and gay kind of interchangeably. I want to yes, also correct the record on this, which is why I went back.
I've been made to feel like a little pussy boy by a person whose voice sounded like this. You know, like that's fucked up. I don't like that.
Yeah, he then proceeded to deadlift your weight. And
yeah.
And then
exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, here's the thing. The big thing is, like, if in this specific case, if your goal is to find yourself a dommy mommy who's going to choke you and spit on you and call you a little worm.
Right. But whose isn't? You know?
Exactly. If that's your goal, though, then I think, honestly, I think you're fine.
Yeah.
I think you just have to, like, just as Andrew said, just like, however you're, I think the problem is how you are approaching these women. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah.
I think you hit it on the head, Andrew, with like being more clear with your intentions of like, hey, do you want to go, you want to go out on a date, grab some drinks or something?
Yeah. Do you want to, maybe, get some drinks, back shots, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to just like absolutely? And I don't have a ride there. Do you want to like carry me?
Would you be? Is that something you'd be into?
Kind of.
Hey, girl, I saw you from across the bar, and I was wondering, uppies? Uppies, please, uppies.
Please.
Yeah, maybe we could, get in the back of an Uber. I could tell them to step on it, and then you could step on me. How about that? That sound anything?
Yeah, I don't think OP has a presentation problem. I think it's a communication problem.
There it is.
You just got to be a better communicator at the fact that you're down to clown parentheses with women and not dudes.
100%. I think we've said it before on this podcast before. Let's get the words hang out of your fucking vocabulary. I want to take you on a date. Let us go on a date. I want to take you out. Let's go out. Hang out.
Yeah.
Bullshit. That like is too ambiguous because it's like what are the intentions? Horrid. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if you want to like use something more like chill than date, use instead of hang out, go out.
Yeah.
Like, hey, do you want to go out and grab a like that? Even like lifts.
Or even
some
just
of the
like, hey, I want to
ambiguity
ask
away.
you out.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to do something like that's like just don't say hang out. Take that, ball it up, throw it away. Take it out of your vocabulary. It's too vague.
Now play date. That might help your specific cause.
Alternative. Do you have a field account?
What is
That's also true.
I've heard the term field so much lately.
It used to be what was the other site that's all
FetLife?
like gross old? It used to be FetLife. That's all gross people now. Field is like the Bumble version. Field is to Bumble what Bumble is to wait, shit, no, hold on. It's like Field is to FetLife what Bumble is to Tinder. It's like the cleaner, more
What
futuristic.
the fuck are you saying? What are you saying? What
interface.
are you trying? What do these words mean?
FetLife is like the old school like fetish hooking up website, and the new one is an app called Field, which is like more like user friendly.
What do you mean the old school fetish hooking up site? There is no old school fetish hooking up site. That was just a fucking porn movie theater. You would go there, you would buy
not for fetishes.
You would buy the Pee Wee Herman special ticket, and then you'd sit in the back, and they'd Paul Rubin you.
See it's listen. I said what I said. Andrew knows what's up.
I do not know what's up, but I've heard the terms Field so many times being on the road with Iffy.
Yeah, it's well that makes sense because he's part of the polyamorous community, and that's where they go to trap people. That's where they go to hunt.
Those are the hunting grounds. That's where they spring on you.
Yeah, you have to have a septum piercing to sign up for the service.
Yeah, you know those like where you like verify your face in the app to get verified. You have to have a septum piercing.
Yeah.
There has to be anime playing in the background. Sorry, shots fired.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess. Oh man. If you want to make them think you're straight, sit in the back while they drive, and then the entire time just be like, "Slow down. Actually, we're coming up on a slow spot of traffic."
Yeah, just start mansplaining things to them, or repeating their own points during the date. Then they'll know.
Yeah, if you start saying the things that they just said louder and with more energy, oh man,
that'll really get the point across.
Yeah, that's a good point, Armando.
Hey, Armando, you're right. That's a great point.
Oh
really good job.
Thanks, man. I'm so funny too. Also, dude, being a man is pretty hilarious.
Shout out to the person that said me and Andrew should have a Tanagram off.
Yeah,
I resent that.
That's I mean, damn.
What is that?
So when you're in the gifted program and they want you to shut the fuck up, they give you this tub. They give you this tub of shapes. Like there's like an octagon that's red. There's like trapezoids that are green. There's like a brown guy, and a red guy, and a blue guy, and a yellow guy, a hexagon. And you can make a bunch of different things from these shapes. And that's just the autism test that they give you to put you in the gifted program.
Yeah.
I feel like we were guys in like different gifted programs.
Yeah?
The gifted program that I was in was all computer based. I didn't do any of this bullshit that you guys
I'm older
about.
than you.
Yeah, it's
not by much.
I'm like 4 years older than you.
Mondo,
that's not that old.
Mondo, the first computer when I was in Gifted and Talented, there was one computer in my school, and it had a green screen.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, that's like when Andrew told me he edited film like by hand, and I said, "What do you mean?"
Oh no! Like, I edited on 2 VCRs and a jog shuttle. That's the first thing I edited on was 2 VCRs.
And I still mentally cannot comprehend what the fuck that means.
What do you mean you edit with a VCR? A VCR is only good for playing Rugrats Go to Paris.
Yeah.
On the little orange tape.
On the orange tape.
On the orange tape in the Mike Wazowski TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
Fuck, I want to make a fox out of these Tanagrams so bad. I can feel how they feel in my mouth.
You sound like me looking at a pistol.
Fuck, I miss Tanagrams.
Having fucking paresthesia.
Yeah, I'm having synesthesia looking at these Tanagrams.
I can just taste what that triangle one feels like in my mouth.
And they weren't smooth. They were slightly textured. It was awesome.
Yeah, it had almost it had like
like a grit to it.
It had like Xbox Elite controller grip.
Yes.
To it. Which is why you love that controller grip. Which is why you.
No, I yearned for the Tanagram mines.
Oh, they got us all so good.
Oh God.
Jesus.
This is the least relatable episode I've ever done with you guys. I gotta let you know that.
I'm sorry.
What if we were like cool math games for kids? Like, what if we brought
First
that
of all,
back?
it's coolmathgames.com. Second of all, Balloons was the best game ever invented.
No, there
some
was
number munchers.
What's the
What are you
one that
playing?
I'm thinking of? The one with the wizard, the math game with the wizard.
Oh, dude, it might not. If it was on Flash, it might not be available anymore. Remember, Adobe killed Flash a couple of years ago, taking down every website from your childhood.
Christ. Fucking stick fighting men.
Oh, stick fighting men.
Oh, I found it. It's called Type to Learn 3. It wasn't math. It was typing.
What was the one that was like the asexual man and his big robot? And they taught you like...
Oh, yeah. With the orange robot guy?
Yes.
Yeah, and he would always be like, the guy was like John from Garfield.
Yes.
And the robot was like the guy who wrote Garfield.
Yeah. The most like no pussy getting ass dude that's ever fucking lived. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to. That's the fucking robot that 2 Chainz was talking to. What is that fucker's name?
Right in, caller, if you know what it is.
Tim and Moby.
Tim and Moby, dude.
Moby the robot.
The robot.
Oh, man.
Yes, my liege.
I cannot believe you didn't. Yeah, it was like Daria styled, too.
Yeah.
Like the animation style looked like Daria.
It did. It was very Daria. Oh, that's them kissing.
Yeah, that seems right. If I had my druthers, I would fucking destroy Moby. I would take his arms and legs off. And honestly, I would make him listen to stuff that
AI 2 Chainz said.
To what AI 2 Chainz said. No, I would have him listen. I would just turn on like Fox News and make him watch what we watch and listen to make him suffer.
That's funny.
I think I didn't actually get to go on this one, so I'm gonna hit you with this one real quick. No Fear t-shirt, tap out shorts. You're gonna want to get some of those Yeezy Crocs that look like a big alligator ate your foot. And then you're gonna want to get a wallet chain. And that wallet chain leads to a wallet from Tilly's with $0 in it. And then you're gonna want a trucker hat that says something along the lines of "My other ride is a pussy."
Yeah.
And then wrap around pit vipers.
I can also send you my Too Funk to Drunk hat if that would help.
There you go. Or you could just wear a Von Dutch hat, which communicates all of these things. That is the short hit. You could just get one of those hats, which says everything you need to know.
That one's like 50-50 though, because that one's ironically gay.
Sure. You know what? You're right.
Yeah, I
you're
think
right.
Billie Eilish wore it, so that might be out of the question.
Oh, yeah. It's shit. Now,
dressed like Chingy.
All right.
Fuck.
Well, thanks, folks, for joining us. If you'd like to send in your own question, I promise I'll stop being sick or hungover soon. And you can send those to midnightsnackcontact@gmail.com. That add BFM or boyfriend material in the subject line. You can also visit us at patreon.com/midnightsnacktv, and that's how you can help support the show. This show is very expensive to make. We have to do a lot of research every single week into things like Tim and Moby and Type to Learn 3.
And I keep eating the Tanagrams.
And Griff keeps eating the Tanagrams.
Which have to be
to
surgically removed.
Why do you have to go to the dentist? Why not...
They fuck up my molars because of the Xbox
Grip.
Elite controller grip.
Because of the grip. Of course, how could I be so fucking stupid? Go there. We really need your money because I cannot afford to keep having Griff's stomach pumped. They make a snail in there. I've seen them. They make a little crab in there.
That's right.
They make a little, oh my gosh, there's a house. There's a little house with smoke coming from the chimney.
Whenever she does it, I lift her up and shake her around to see what picture I can make next. So yeah, go to patreon.com/midnightsnacktv, or you can go to www.bigoldcocksanddicks.com. And if you want to find me, I'm on social media, all of it still begrudgingly, to my own chagrin, at Mando Does Stuff, MANDO Does Stuff, all one word. Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky. I don't really fucking post anything, if I'm being quite honest with you, but you should follow me because lately I've been doing a lot more stand-up, and that's been making me really happy. So you should come out to a stand-up show. I'm probably going to start touring a little bit more. I'll probably go on the road more with Iffy and Raph and Andrew. And then who knows? Maybe there's some live boyfriend material episodes in the future.
Ooh.
So yeah, go ahead and follow me there. And yeah, Andrew, what do you got going on,
folks?
Bitch?
yo, bag of dog piss and dog shit. You can follow me on Instagram at andrewrosas.ig. That's my handle on Instagram. Also follow me on Blue Sky. I'm there as well, posting just some nonsense. I don't really. I occasionally post on Twitter, but I rarely open that app because it's like turning on a fire hose of horrors, right? Like pointing a fire hose of horrors straight at my face.
Yeah.
So I'm not on there very much. But yeah, I would say Instagram is the best place to check me out. And yeah, once again, thanks to all the Andrew's Good Girls for sticking around and listening to the smut that I read with a sultry, smoky voice.
I am the _ indoor kid on all platforms that allow an underscore if it doesn't just take it out, just like Blue Sky, where I am trying to make myself start using more ever since that guy keeps doing all the stuff he keeps doing. And you can also, if you want to not point the Twitter deluge hose directly at your face, you can go to the lukebeasleyshow.com and click on news, where you can read articles that I wrote after I looked directly into the mouth hole of that fire hose and distilled it down into kind of funny bite-sized little articles about what's going on and how you can stay politically active without wanting to blow your brains out, because I do the doom scrolling for you. And that's what it says when you sign up for the newsletter. So if you do that, that supports me. Every time you see someone clicks on it, I get a paycheck for another week. So
there you go.
Do that.
There we go.
Now I see why you made me do that earlier.
Yeah. Every click keeps me employed.
You should also do something like leave a 5-star review wherever you're listening, or leave a comment.
That helps the most.
Here's one of my favorite comments that we got last week on the episode, or on a episode, sorry, that was entitled "How to Get on Raya and Date a Celebrity Guaranteed," and it just says, "Is this just clickbait? Not helpful at all." Loved that quite a bit.
You were so mad.
Just think for a second. Think about what you're looking at.
Guys, open the schools. Media literacy at an all-time low. People don't get satire or jokes anymore, really. So
wait, I saw something today. It goes on that like everyone is illiterate in America, but I saw the numbers and it was genuinely upsetting.
Oh yeah.
Like I keep saying this. I am not the smartest person. I don't think I'm the smartest person. I know I'm not the smartest person. But what I do believe is I don't believe anyone should be allowed to be dumber than me. And finding out that 50% of adults in the U.S. can't read a book written at an 8th grade level makes me want to kill myself.
Yeah, we're
42 million adults can't read past a 5th grade level. 19% of high school graduates in the U.S. can't read. And 21% of adults in the U.S. read below a 5th grade level. So again, the next time you're getting mad at someone on the internet, they're probably illiterate.
Yep.
Like that guy I sent you the video of texting the racist text that took him 40 minutes to type.
Oh my God.
It took him 38 seconds to type the word O.
Yeah, like O-H.
Yeah.
No, like O-W-E. because I think he was like,
that's right.
Because the previous text said nothing but a bunch of N-words here, and he was replying,
which he knew how to spell.
Yeah, and which he did spell out with a hard R. And which he can spell that. And then which he was replying to another text. He said, they think white people owe them something, and it took him the full Instagram Reels allotted 3 minutes to type "oh some."
Yeah,
he didn't even finish. So
yeah, it was just an old man.
Yeah, he wasn't old. He was like 50.
That's old. Glasses on the tip of his nose, looking at a phone 5 feet from his face.
Yeah.
But also the text as large as
possible.
Just going.
Master Race over here.
Just seeing. N. Okay. All right.
That guy thinks he's more qualified than every black pilot. Folks. This is a podcast.
Well, if you're looking at the news, it seems like those guys are flying our planes right now. Or at least directing them from the air traffic control.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, as long as they're driving our planes, I'm flying our Black Hawk helicopters. All right, everybody, good night.
Good night.